Just a young nigga out here looking forward. I never questioned my direction, y'all been looking for it. Lost thoughts often, so I took the recording. I got my foot where the door is, think I'm sharp and swordless. We cut with pens around here, and this the anthem to all my niggas with hella written. Just put your hands up, real ones. Don't tell the business of the too many we can't trust. Don't got time to focus on who your mans was. Shit, who is he now? People be broke around you, but got plenty when the bitches round. And when the liquor out, their hands don't got a penny now. Henny spouting out your pockets so they stick around. And we ain't shoveling out shillings, moving different now. PG Pilgrim getting shifty, peeping city clouds. Little demon dipping deep into your bitch's mouth. In and out swiftly, nigga, I'm finna add the digits now. Divine thinking mixed with mind-tingling substances. This music brought some problems, but honestly been in love with it. Slick with the drums and shit, you stick to the drugs you mix. Tough and him won't do much, but bring that girl you love a stitch. Spit until I get my gums to rip. Raw when he numbs the shit. Ironic how he's only unlawful when y'all judging him. I'm not done, we're getting bigger by the frame per second. Faded for every major step I make before I meditate. I blaze some pressure. Been as razor edges, Gilettas. You better just face the exit. When in doubt, I face my reflection. Brain dead, making the steps that you could've made if you paid attention. Crazy headway was met with niggas dead. All we do is kill, like that number before 87. I don't take, I make.
Don't be mistaken, your bloody time's up. This ain't no game when I hit to entertain ya.
Gotta hell, I'm not here to entertain ya. Just walk away and face the showdown. I won't fight, I don't care about the bleeding. Cause my freedom's undefeated. My soul on fire, burning desire. Make no mistake, cause the stakes are getting higher. Gotta hell, I'm not here to entertain ya. I'm not here to entertain ya.
Don't be mistaken, your bloody time's up. This ain't no game when I hit to entertain ya.
What is up, guys? Dashing here, and welcome to the 100th episode of Shockwave. December 1st, right? Holiday season, and here we are, huddled around the tree together, you know, fire going, cup of cocoa in one hand, you know, a half-live greasy chicken leg in the other, enjoying and celebrating 100 episodes of Shockwave. We're celebrating all month long because, of course, also we got the 100th episode of Octane coming up, and December 31st will be the 10-year anniversary of CMV. So it is going to be a hell of a month to look forward to here in CMV, my friends. We are kicking off this 100th episode of Shockwave. An absolutely massive night of action with this tag team matchup right here, and the arsenal of Tailcoat Val, repped by Scarzemus and Sleepy Joe. Going to be taking on the team here of Celestia and Precious Pratt, guys. Opponents last episode of Shockwave, which, by the way, they ended up having a hell of a matchup. In the end, Celestia won, but afterwards, both were attacked by Isabella Almas. And so now, these two real opposites in just about every single way teaming together to try and get a measure of payback against Till Colt Val's Arsenal. And this war, as the weeks go on, continuing to only get worse and worse. Sides being chosen. Even Till Colt Val, this is how you know. Don't tell her I said this, by the way. I hope she's not listening, although she always is. You know how I know Till Colt Val is sweating about this whole thing? She released a statement last week urging people here in CMV, the men and women, to join her instead of Celestia and Jay Young's group, Pat LaFave's group, CMV, saying that if they come to her, if they help her, they will be richly rewarded. That's how you know Till Colt Val is worried. And she has a right to be. CMV has had enough. I've had enough. You know what I mean? I haven't forgotten a few weeks ago when she cut me off. The fans were heartbroken without their voice. Precious Pratt and a Celestia, an unorthodox duo if there ever was one. But they are both pissed off. And they are looking to take aim at the Arsenal right here tonight. So here we go. Scarzimus and Celestia going to get things started in this tag team matchup, guys. Like I said, an incredible night of action we have got here on Shockwave 104. 4 championship matches. 0G Championship, Intercontinental Championship, World Tag Team Championship, and the Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship all on the line right here tonight. Our first championship matchup going to be Brian Phillips II challenging Jacob Wells for his 0G Championship, and Wells who's going to be having to pull double duty here tonight because he and Justice Stone also have to defend their World Tag Team titles in a Tag Team Turmoil match as the tag is made to Precious Pratt, and in she comes to drop a fist, tries to do so at least. Scarzimus though able to get out of the way. A bit of a lie detector right there from the masked gal. Very excitable is Scarzimus. Definitely in comparison to someone as stoic as Sleepy Joe, but I think that's what makes them such a dangerous tag team. You know, they've been tag team champions in other companies representing Till Colt Val's Arsenal. You got the explosive excitability of Scarzimus, and then the no-nonsense, hard-hitting nature of Sleepy Joe. Precious Pratt holding nothing back here. Going for the choke and then a headbutt. I don't know how exactly it's legal for Scarzimus, and not even just Scarzimus, you know, other superstars who wear those hard plastic masks that are just allowed to use them as a weapon. You know, there was actually, some will remember a few years ago, Schmitty filed a lawsuit against Bison for headbutting him during a matchup. Actually, it was during a tug of war. Thrown outside of the ring is Precious Pratt. Look at Scarzimus, though. What is she lining up for here? Through the ropes. Tornado DDT on the floor. And then tries for a headbutt. That time, trying to use the mask backfires. Slamming herself face first off the floor. And Precious Pratt, who of course might be standing here tonight as Queen of the Ring, if not for Isabella Almas and the antics of the Arsenal back at the Rulers of the Ring event. Nice hot tag right there to Sleepy Joe. Pound for pound, might be one of the hardest hitters, man. We saw that when she knocked out Women's World Champion Beatrice Lotus in that mixed tag team matchup. Not one to sleep on is Sleepy Joe. You see what I did there? Big kick to the gut. Look at those muscles, man, on her back. Muscles on her muscles. Nice tag right there, though, to Celestia, who immediately gets caught with a kick to the midsection, though, out of the corner with a forearm smash to the side of the head. Celestia now going to send Joe into the corner. Great leg kick, and another by the Queen of the Hill, who gets thrown out of the corner. Nice quick kick to the top of the head. Some more kicks. Damn, these two having a hell of an exchange here. Celestia in a bad part of town, wants to get the hell out of that corner. Snapmare setting her up in position for a penalty kick. Not a whole lot of oomph behind that, but Celestia is going to look to follow it up. Maybe hoping for a tag here. Going after the leg, big time kick. These kicks to the leg starting to add up. Sleepy Joe's got to start trying to... Oh! What a forearm, and good night, Celestia, as Sleepy Joe makes the tag to Scarzemus. Those forearms are something else from Sleepy Joe, I'm telling you. Tried to maybe make the tag right there, but Celestia snapping back to reality. Collar and elbow tie-up. Scarzemus trying to make it to the corner. Elbow to the side of the head. And slammed face first off that top turnbuckle. Nice elbow off the rope. She goes for a springboard lie detector. Gonna allow the tag to be made. I don't know how wise that is. Here comes Precious Pratt, who has had it up to here with the arsenal of Tailcoat Val. Oh! Well, I don't know if this is really having much of an effect. Precious Pratt biting at the mask of Scarzemus. Gonna pay for it. Kick to the gut. Coming up next, guys, here on Shockwave number 100. It's going to be Anarchy Rules. Rematch between Max Cutter and Leon Gala. It's going to get crazy. It's getting crazy right now. Scarzemus with some lucha tings. On display now from the corner. We're going to come alive. Launching herself like a torpedo. Headbutt takes down Precious Pratt for the win. No, 2.999. Not finished though, as Scarzemus, and bad news for Precious Pratt as she gets sent into the corner. She may have been able to kick out, but that headbutt did a lot of damage. Tries for an Irish whip reversal though. Into the corner goes Precious Pratt. Once again, gonna take to the air. Gorgeous arm drag. And tags Sleepy Joe back in. This is not good for Precious Pratt. She needs to make a tag to Celestia in a real bad way. Joe, so decorated, even in her own right. She's a former world champion. Not here in CMV, but other companies. Really might be. I said it before. I'll say it. I think she might be the most dangerous member of Tailcoat Val's arsenal currently. That's saying something. What a clothesline, though. Finally a comeback here. Precious Pratt hooks the leg. One. Only a one count, though. Pratt ain't out of this fight just yet. Vintage choke bomb. Precious Pratt hooks that big old leg. 1, 2, but a kick out. And Joe, knowing that she's in trouble, rolls to the outside, but Precious Pratt's on her like a monkey on a cupcake. Over the top. Incredible from Precious Pratt. Even Celestia looking on like goddamn. And there's the tag to the Moonchild. Celestia with a drop kick to the back of Joe's head. Tries to get back up. Nicely done there by Joe, shoving Celestia back, giving her that room to breathe. One of those big forearms, and a tag to Scarzimus. Celestia standing her ground, spear from the Moonchild. Scarzimus just gets right back up. She doesn't know what to hit her right there. Cartwheel knee from the Queen of the Hill. And now we see Celestia having a little bit of fun at the expense of Scarzimus here. Not going to leave Sleepy Joe out. Cheap shot. Oh, but that might have cost her. Scarzimus with a punch to the gut. Off the rope she goes, building up a head full of steam. Great neck breaker by Scarzimus. Elbow to the back of the head. Stomp to the shoulder. And a tag to Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe letting out a roar. Nasty looking back elbow and another elbow to the top of the head. Uh-oh. I think she was fixing to go to that corner, set up that running forearm to the back of the head that took out Women's World Champion Beatrice Lotus. Look at these clubbing blows. Nasty is the offense of Sleepy Joe. Swinging for the fences with that double axe handle. Even Precious Pratt is worried, but she need not be. Celestia kicks out Precious Pratt, though. Trying to give Celestia a chance to recover. Wait a minute. Precious Pratt with a powerbomb symphony. Celestia back up now. Holy cow. Suicide dive. I'll tell you what, Celestia and Precious Pratt making a hell of a team here. Who would have expected it, but man. Tries for a kick though, caught by Sleepy Joe. Oh no. Oh, brainbuster on the floor, man. And that just changed the complexion of this match. Sleepy Joe going after Precious Pratt now. Gonna make her pay for those power bombs. Count of 8. Can Celestia get back up? 9. Celestia, come on. Hurry up. Wow, a millisecond. A millisecond to spare there. Talk about coveting clutch. Precious Pratt, though, taken out. Celestia's on her own for the moment. Irish whip sends Joe off the ropes. Catches her on the rebound with a kick to the chest. Celestia's hurt after that brainbuster. You can tell. She's trying to focus up. You can see her shaking her head. It really did a lot of damage. Vintage Celestia. Moonfall, but a kick from Scarzimus breaks up the pin. To the top, Celestia, non-stop here. Double boot stomp to the gut. 1, 2. How in the hell did Sleepy Joe just manage to kick out of that? Well, I don't know. But there's no way she survives this. Shotgun blast to the back of the head. Uno, dos. What? Ain't no way. Celestia, she says, into the corner. Just kicking the hell out of her. Sleepy Joe, how is she still conscious? The toughness of this Sleepy Joe, man, just proven beyond a shadow of a doubt right there. Took all of Celestia's best shots, her greatest hits, and kicked out. Look at Celestia, gorgeous half Nelson. Joe wants to get the hell out of there, makes the tag. Celestia going right after Scarzimus. Hammerlock sets her up for a back suplex. Taking down Joe as well. Lining him up is Celestia here tonight. Knocking him down. Quick arm wrench is all it takes. Scarcevis grabs a hold of that arm. Repeated stops. She says, you're not going anywhere. It looks for a jumping back kick. Celestia instead with some kicks of her own. Can she make that tag to Precious Pratt? Yes, she can. The former women's tag team champion runs right to Scarcevis though. Head scissors takedown. Pops right back up. Irish Whip gonna send her into the corner. Scarcevis gives her a taste of that top turnbuckle, makes her kiss it. Able to get out of the way though, whatever Scarcevis was setting up for there. Irish Whip gets countered. Out onto the apron, hanging out for dear life. Scarcevis getting guillotined on the top rope. Sugar cameo. Even she's here to celebrate 100 episodes of Shockwave. Now look at Precious Pratt now. Nasty. Short arm clotheslines. Pratt maybe looking for another choke bomb. Scarcevis with the jawbreaker though. And now what? She's going to choke Pratt out. In the corner. Maybe thinking about going to the top rope, but decides against it. Instead tries for an Irish Whip. Pratt though reverses. Takes her down out of the corner. Pratt does not want to play around there though. Sleepy Joe can hit a cheap shot. Wants to get her into the opposite corner. Maybe a tag to Celestia. Scarcevis though, elbow to the side of the head. And there's another lie detector. Ooh, followed up by a real quick headbutt. So fast is Scarcevis, and the tag to Sleepy Joe. Tries for a clothesline. Joe showing off her power with that inverted scoop slam. Kicking off Shockwave at number 100. Ooh, referee getting caught in the crossfire. Again, Precious Pratt gets her head knocked off that top turnbuckle. Looking to put her up on the top. Oh boy, maybe looking for that super brave buster. Pratt says, no thank you, ma'am. Tag to Celestia. Celestia going right after Joe. Joe with an elbow. Sends her into the corner. Big clothesline. Oh my God, and a looping palm strike. May have just knocked Celestia's soul out of her body. What a rope break. That is veteran ring awareness right there by Celestia. And lucky that the referee caught it, but her luck might be about to run out. Nasty, debilitating knees here by Joe in the corner. On another double accidental upside the head. Joe from the corner, lining up her shot. Forearm! Right to the back of the head. It's over. 1, 2, 3. Unreal Celestia! That put down Women's World Champion Beatrice Lotus. And look at Celestia already back to her feet. The heart of a warrior. Elbows there from the Moonchild. More kicks, high and low. Chop block to take Joe down. Tries for a cheap shot, does Scarcevis, but comes up short as instead Celestia. Irish Whip. Off the rope she goes. Great calf kick by the Moonchild. Great reversal of the Irish Whip, however, by Sleepy Joe, but gets distracted by Precious Pratt. Now up on the top. No, 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 no! Precious Pratt doing all she can to keep Sleepy Joe busy, and it may have paid off right there. May have just saved Celestia's life. Tag to Precious Pratt. Pratt might be looking to give Sleepy Joe her last dance here. Stalking her prey. Vintage. The smooch goodnight. into the pin, but Scarzemus not gonna make the save. Scarzemus maybe was a bit overconfident. Joe could kick out, but Joe was out. Wait a minute. Celestia has just given Precious Pratt a steel chair. This is war. Celestia and Pratt with steel chairs beating the hell out of Sleepy Joe and Scarzemus after their win here. Hard to feel bad for him. What a statement made by Celestia and Precious Pratt there with that win and attack after the match. Tailcoat Val, you can be sure that she was watching and took notice right there. How will she respond? I shiver to think, but that was just getting the night started, my friends. We still have so much to look forward to here on the 100th episode of Shockwave, and coming up next, Anarchy rules for this rematch between Max Cutter and Leon Gauda, guys. And Max Cutter these last couple of weeks has gone above and far beyond to remind everyone why he is called the Violent One. Of course, last episode of Shockwave, we saw him disgustingly attack Ace Reeves in the parking lot, send him crashing headfirst through the window of a car, and Ace Reeves reportedly not going to be returning to action anytime soon, suffering a concussion, potential neck injury. Doesn't look like he'll be back at least for the remainder of the season. He'll be lucky to honestly ever come back again. And now Leon Gauda on the hunt to get some revenge for his friend Ace Reeves and for himself, because remember, Max Cutter beat his ass a couple of weeks ago, left him a absolute bloody mess in the middle of the ring. The Golden Lion looking to teach the Violent One a lesson right here tonight on the 100th episode of Shockwave. But as this is Anarchy rules, we are no doubt gonna see Max Cutter have a significant advantage. This is his kind of game. Gauda, though, we've seen in the past here in CMV go to war. He is no slouch. Referee rings the bell. No countouts, no disqualifications. Anything goes. You see that very early on, Leon Gauda is going to rely on his technical prowess. Try not to let Cutter take an early advantage. Stomp to the bicep. Last thing Gauda wants to do is let Cutter get his hands on a weapon. Kick to the top of the head and a stomp to the middle of the back. High knee right there by the Violent One. Looks like he celebrated. potentially ending the career of Ace Reeves last episode of Shockwave by getting himself some new tattoos as well as a haircut. You know, most people maybe celebrate a promotion at their job, you know, some sort of significant life milestone being reached. Not Max Cutter. You know, he shortens someone's lifespan. That's what he celebrates. Leon Gada's the first to actually introduce a weapon, though. Brings out a steel chair, but Cutter does not give him the chance to use it. Quick hook to the jaw, gonna spin him around, back suplex, nope, reversal by Cutter. And my friends, we have got a hell of a night here on Shockwave, celebrating 100 episodes, still 4 championship matches to come. But also right here tonight, the start of a Gold Rush tournament for not just the men, but the women as well. Single elimination tournament with the winners of the respective tournaments receiving future World Championship opportunities, and Cutter just got dropped on that steel chair. Leon Gada now with the chair in hand, but once more too slow. And look at the combination by Max Cutter. Double knees to the gut. Look how guard has not stayed out. Max Cutter's on him though. Kick right upside the head. Oh, and now Cutter has got the steel chair. Circling like a great white. Trying to go over the kill, but Gada, using his quickness, lets out that roar. The roar of the Golden Lion. Full steam ahead. Cutter saw it coming though. Chucks him out of the corner. Sweeping the leg though. Gada's back up. And with a stomp to the gut, gonna try to crank that neck. Coming up next, our first of 4 championship matches. Brian Phillips II gonna challenge Jacob Wells for the 0G championship as Gada picks up that steel chair. Nobody's actually, oh, there we go. I was about to say, nobody's actually connected with a chair shot yet. And now gonna wedge that chair in the corner. Cutter, sneaky kick to the gut, and an Irish whip pulls him back into a high knee. Those knees from Cutter are lethal. Going after him. Cutter. Dropping Gada on top of his head. On the floor. And now back onto the ring. Getting himself a table, which he's going to use to bash Gada right in the face. Max Cutter's got wood here on Shockwave number 100. Oh, and now gut first into the side of the steel steps. Cutter dissecting Gada here again into the steel steps. Murderous intent, the violent one. Gada, though, with just a few well-placed elbows, and now it's Max Cutter feeling the sting of the steel steps. There's the Golden Lion. Ooh! Narrowly avoiding that jumping Cutter. You can see Gada's moving a lot slower here, though. He is hurt as he grabs himself a sledgehammer, able to counter the jumping Cutter again. A Hurricane Rana by Gada now with a forearm smash. Gada, we've seen this many times. The backpack face buster on the floor. But this is not Paul's count anywhere. Oh, picks up that sledgehammer, and Gada is looking to go to town. Right to the ass, right to the ass. And again, a third time, pulverizing Max Cutter's ass is Leon Gada. My God. Again and again. This is like a Friday night for Quincy. Just getting hammered in the ass. Again and again and again. Gada is seeing red. The madman. The madman. My Lord. This is unbelievable! And look at Gara! He's saying you want some more? The fans are on their feet! Holy shit, man! Gara! To avenge Ace Reeves! I don't even have the words! Shit. Brother! Ref, come on! What can the ref do, though? This is Anarchy Rules. There's no stopping this match. And this is what Max Putter wanted. I have not seen the likes of this ever before. Gara, it's got to be 30 plus shots to the ass of Max Putter with that sledgehammer, at least, and he's still not done. He's still not done. Even Ralph can't believe it. Oh my God! This ain't PG. This ain't PG, brother. I don't have anything to say. What can I say? We might have to go to a commercial break, though. We can't just keep letting this happen. This is brutality on another level. Check 1, 2. My God. Look, we just come back from break. And I don't even have a half a second to collect myself before we get straight into more mayhem. Guys, Jacob Wells knocking Brian Phillips II right upside the head with this Zero-G Championship. I did just hear the bell ring, though. This championship matchup, yeah, referees counting as well. I don't know how that's the case, though. Neither man has even gotten into the ring yet. I'm pretty sure they have to actually enter the ring for the matchup to begin, but this referee's saying to hell with it and has begun the 10 count. But my God, it has been a hectic 10 minutes. Max Cutter had to be helped to the back by our medical crew here in CMV, guys. After that, I don't even have, I feel like there's no word good enough in the English language to describe what we just saw Leon Gara do to Max Cutter. And Brian Phillips II taken to the air, soaring like an eagle to lay out Jacob Wells here. It's hard to feel bad for Max Cutter, guys, considering what he just did to Ace Reeves last episode of Shockwave, potentially ending his career. But we may have just seen Leon Gara and Max Cutter's career at least shave some years off of it. And Gara was officially ruled the winner of that matchup by referee stoppage. And hopefully we will get an update on Max Cutter's condition a little bit later on in the show. But things must go on, as they say, and into our Zero-G Championship matchup here, which obviously a hot start itself with Jacob Wells ambushing Phillips during his entrance, certainly giving the defending champion here a big advantage. But Brian Phillips II, I'll say, has managed to recover quite nicely. Phillips, of course, winning a micro tournament on the underground and defeating Rakeem Sparks in the number 1 contenders matchup to earn this opportunity here, hoping to potentially leave here tonight with some championship gold himself. Marty Michaels set to defend his Intercontinental Championship against Charlie Garfield right here tonight. Both of them partying in the city tonight with championship gold. Hopefully I get invited. Big time Rolling Thunder complete shot. I'd say Wells obviously doing all he can to try and make this as short a match as possible, because remember, he's got to pull double duty here tonight. Top Guns are defending their World Tag Team titles later on in a Tag Team Turmoil match. And the Zero-G Championship has had a little bit of a curse attached to it this season. Nobody has been able to successfully defend the Zero-G Championship yet. Jacob Wells would be the first if he manages to knock off Brian Phillips II right here tonight on Shockwave number 100. And he's looking to do just that with a spinning tombstone pile driver on the floor. That just put a stop to Phillips' lickety split. And Wells might be trying to win by count out here. I wouldn't blame him. Again, with having to pull double duty. But look at Phillips. Look at the toughness of this young kid. Back to his feet and into the ring, where Wells is waiting for him, though. And chops him down with that sickening lariat. 1, 2. 2.999. Wells, though, it's like a runaway train here. There's no stopping him. 1, 2. Unbelievable. Wells, you can tell by the look at his face, getting frustrated here. As now he just throws shots at the knee of Phillips. Oh, well, yeah, he's definitely decided to focus on that left knee now of Brian Phillips II. That has become the primary target for Jacob Wells, after not being able to put away Phillips with that waistlock lariat of his super kick. The double tap from Phillips, Peligro style. 1, 2, but a kick out. Millisecond away from crowning a new Zero-G champion Wells is hurt after that, picking himself up in the corner, but Phillips is on top of him. Whoa, what a backstabber! 1, 2, and another ultra close call. Look at Phillips, man. All this despite being, oh, what a reversal! Trying for maybe a cave-in of some sort. Wells caught him midair, turned it into a sit-out powerbomb. Don't sleep on that boy, Wells. I've said it before, I'll say it a million times. Big crack to the jaw there by Phillips. Irish whip now pulls him back, though. Stomp to the ankle. Wells is hurting here. Brian Phillips II. Looking for the people's moonsault. Cam Harris would be proud, but no. Wells gets up the knees. And now the Top Gun. Maybe a Michinoku driver. Whatever he's trying for, Phillips drops down behind. Chop block to the champ. Waits for him to get up. Great combination by the challenger here. Rapid knee strikes to the face. Wells is bleeding. Wells is bleeding. Big final shot. Turns him inside out. And now Wells in the corner. Phillips staring down the barrel. Hell of a kick. Still not done though. Off the ropes. Tries for drop kick. Wells coming back to life just in time. Now is an Irish whip. Into a boss man slam. Quickly he acts. Again. Tombstone pile driver. 1, 2. What? He just kicked out at 1. Brian Phillips just kicked out at 1. Jacob Wells saying, where do you think you're going? Throws him right back into the ring, saying, Fairy tale ending. Uno, dos. No tres. Jacob Wells ain't having it. Looks for another one. Phillips catches him with the reverse DDT. He might be slipping into the deep end, but he hasn't gone under just yet. Snap power slam, claps the hands, looking for that to be it. 1, 2, and it almost is, but not good enough. From behind, 21! Kick to the side of the head though, Wells. No time to lay around, stomp to the bicep by the champion. Looks like he's got 2 cuts. One across his forehead and one next to his left eye. This does not bode well for Jacob Wells going into the tag team turmoil match later on tonight, where Top Guns must defend their world tag team titles. Wait a minute, cave in. Jacob Wells managing to somehow, some way kick out. Springboard moonsault follows it up. Wells hoping for a chance to catch his breath by rolling out onto the apron, but Phillips not giving it to him, knocks him down to the outside now. Big knee to the open wound across the forehead. Spreads the legs for a stomp to the gut. Things are not looking good for the champion here. What a matchup this has been, though. And consider the fact that Phillips, before the match even started, was struck upside the head by Wells with the Zero-G Championship. And then, think about everything Phillips has managed to deliver throughout this matchup. The fight. How can you not have respect for this young man? But for Wells, too. Up to a count of 7, guys. And Jacob Wells, of course, who has the champion's advantage. If this match ends by countout, look at this. Phillips knows it. He's got to get back over there. He's got to pin or submit Jacob Wells to win the championship here tonight. Beautiful disaster kick by Phillips. Who now what? Now what is he looking for? To the top. What's he looking for? What's it going to be? He's calling for it. sidesteps him, gives him a knuckle sandwich. And now a barrage of elbows from this big boy. Right across the chest of the challenger. Oh my God, another rendition. A fourth elbow, a fifth, and a sixth from the Zero-G champion. Irish whip gonna send him off the ropes. Trying maybe another boss man slam, whatever he's looking for. Brian Phillips II had it well scouted. Few well-placed punches, spins him around now. Backstabber! Again! Catches him! 1, 2, 3, and new! Zero-G champion! Brian Phillips II has done it! The curse continues for the Zero-G championship. No successful defenses this season. Maybe Brian Phillips II will be the first one to do it. What a match. And to think that the night isn't even over for Jacob Wells. Things do not bode well for Top Guns going into that tag team turmoil. Lads and gents, I'm still reeling after that one. I needed a good couple of sips of my W because we are straight into our second of 4 championship matches here tonight. And we just saw Marty Michaels' good pal Brian Phillips II win himself the Zero-G championship. Can Michaels ensure that they both leave here tonight with championship gold? Charlie Garfield making his way down to the ring, guys. But before we properly get into this one, I just received a voicemail from Bob Luger. Not too sure how he got my number. I'm going to have to look into that. But we, of course, saw him earlier tonight at the top of the show attack Chris Diamond. Beat the hell out of him to the point that Diamond had to be taken to get checked out at a local hospital. He ain't going to be here tonight for the main event to be in the corner of Andre Rogers when he fights Troy Colt for the undisputable heavyweight championship. But let's hear what Bob Luger has to say, guys. I haven't listened to this yet, so make sure my phone is turned all the way up.
Because Chris Diamond is a bitch. He's a bitch. He had my damn name in his mouth. He was talking trash. The entire match I had with Xander Slade, he was just mouthing off about me, talking about me not being as good of a teacher as him. Well, I am the professor. I'm the professor of CMV, and I got a lot of teaching to do to these young gonna beat his ass every week. I'm gonna whoop that kid's ass up and down the streets so everybody knows that Bob Luger has a lot left in the tank.
I hope that came through loud and clear. Really some colorful language there. I think Luger may have forgotten this is a PG family show for a moment. But, well, I guess, look, I'm not going to condone, no matter what, a cowardly attack like that on my good friend, Chris Diamond. But I guess Luger has his reasons for doing what he did. And maybe Chris Diamond will indeed think twice before speaking Chris Diamond's name. Nonetheless, my friends, we are now into this Intercontinental Championship match. And, well, it looks as though we've got ourselves a couple of ringside guests for this one. Tobias Jones and Pink Star getting themselves a couple of front row seats for this clash here between Garfield and Michaels. With indeed the Intercontinental Championship on the line. Garfield, who won an over-the-top rope battle royal a couple weeks ago to earn this opportunity here. I don't think either man was counting on Jones and Pink Star being out here, though. But obviously, Charlie Garfield has his issues with both Jones and Pink Star. And last episode of Shockwave, we saw Marty Michaels and Brian Phillips II actually knock off Jones and Pink Star in tag team action. These two have a vested interest in the outcome of this Intercontinental Championship matchup here. And typically we would see Phillips in the corner of Marty Michaels. Obviously, though, he's exhausted after his Zero-G Championship win not moments ago. So Michaels has got no backup out here with him like he typically would. Not to say that he needs it. Did he need it at Ascendance 12 when he beat Anthony Martin to win the Intercontinental Championship? I don't think so. Stomping on the hand of Charlie Garfield here. Look, I'm not exactly the #1 Charlie Garfield fan. I think maybe he talks a little bit too much, but the fact of the matter is, in that ring, he's the real deal and not to be underestimated. He's got to be one of the top technical wrestlers in all of CMV today. This is a man who went the distance with the likes of Cameron Cray in an ultimate submission match. Of course, knocked off Tobias Jones back at Battlestars 10 to unmask him. Great splash out of the corner there by Marty Michaels. Almost had him retaining the Intercontinental Championship here. Jones ever since, though, has been a persistent thorn in the side of Garfield. These two just can't seem to shake each other. Remember, they were both in the, as was Pink Star, all three of them in the Rite of Passage Championship ladder match a few weeks ago. Ooh, big drop kick right there. Garfield, though, it's not like he's doing anything to, you know, work towards distancing himself from Tobias Jones. Attacked him after the matchup between Jones and Pink Star a couple of weeks ago. Heat seeking a missile right there. Marty Michaels. He had his scheduled interview time with Lucy Collins cut short earlier tonight, thanks to a returning Doug Thompson, who has not been seen in a CMV ring in a very long time. The chosen one, he was known as during his days at Unmatched. He had to be here tonight to celebrate the 100th episode of Shockwave. Marty Michaels wasn't too happy about it. By the way, I think it was Pink Star just causing a momentary distraction. Marty Michaels will get back to his feet. Now, oh, Tobias! Tobias just grabbed the ankle of Marty Michaels! What is it? But look at Pink Star, guys, trying to distract Charlie Garfield again. And the ref is throwing them both out of here. Tobias Jones and Pink Star have been ejected from ringside for their interferences, and now this Intercontinental Championship match going to resume uninterrupted, but it might be over already. Big knee from Garfield, hooks the leg with a kick out by Marty Michaels. But a millisecond away from crowning a new Intercontinental Champion. Michaels very wisely rolls to the outside. Champion's advantage in full effect here. Garfield must pin or submit Marty in the ring to win the Intercontinental Championship. Looking for a fucking pile driver on the floor. Michaels saying no thank you. Able to counter that like his life depended on it. Very well may have. Well, look at Garfield, Russian leg sweep. Into side control, delivers some nasty punches. Garfield back into the ring now. The damage might have already been done though by Tobias Jones and Pink Star in this matchup. As the Hot Mess Express looks for a second successful championship defense. Oh, Garfield! Getting his head run like a barrel. Look at Marty Michaels. Maybe a premature celebration as he gets back into the ring. Uh-oh, to the top. Looking to fly. Drop kick. That might have done a lot of damage to the champion too. He landed flat on his chest. Oh my God! Hostile makeover on the floor! Just dumped Garfield head first. Oh my God! And then again! Sends him careening into the steel post, guys. This is over. Marty, what are you doing? Oh! Misses the leg drop! He may have just shattered his tailbone! Marty Michaels could have had the match won right there by count out. But he got a bit overzealous. A little bit too flashy for his own good. And now he might pay for it. Marty Michaels. How's he going to pleasure all the lucky ladies tonight with a potentially shattered pelvis after missing that leg drop? But look at this, back to his feet, the fighting champion. Knocks Garfield down off the top. Hostile makeover, clutching up. 1, 2, what? Marty Michaels can't believe it, another can I, but back to the top, this madman. What now for the champion? Another drop kick! Straight out the textbook! Off the ropes he goes! Garfield sees it coming though! Denies the back elbow! Garfield! Can't think too long. He might be hurt though. A bit woozy after getting knocked in the head so many times throughout this match. Tries for a forearm smash, comes up short though. German suplex for the challenger. Quickly drops the knee on the back of the head. There's Garfield. Oh! Rear naked! Out of nowhere! Rear naked! Locked in! Charlie Garfield's got a rear naked! But Marty Michaels knows all about being naked in the rear. He's able to escape. That baby oil coming in clutch. Slippery Marty Michaels escapes. Shot to the knee, the bad knee of Garfield. High kick across the chest. Forearm smash knocks him for a loop. Irish whip now with a champ reverse though. Off the rebound, goes down low to Garfield. Clothesline from Marty. Quick thing about the champ now, goes after that knee. He's found his target. Garfield has had a lot of issues with that left knee throughout his career. Great side headlock. Marty Michaels gonna show off a bit. Maybe not the greatest idea, I would say, late into this matchup, and it's back and forth as it has been so many close calls on both sides. Another heat-seeking missile. Oh, Garfield! Busted open, that's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. 1, 2. Marty Michael, look at Garfield though, so quickly to the outside, blood pouring down his face, back into the ring though. Hostile makeover! A third time! 1, 2, 3, and still the Intercontinental Champion Marty Michaels, what a war. Woo! The Hot Mess Express. I'll even say it. He survived Charlie Garfield here, man, because Garfield, a good few times throughout that match, I really thought it was over when Garfield got that rear naked choke cinched in. But I'll tell you what, Tobias Jones and Pink Star causing a scene at ringside. Garfield is not going to be happy about this, but Marty Michaels, despite it all, still the Intercontinental Champion. And what a party it's going to be tonight, baby. Please invite me, Marty. I can bring the dummy. Man, oh man, has it been a wild night already here on Shockwave episode 100, and we still have a Tag Team Turmoil World Tag Team Championship match to come. We've still got the Undisputable Heavyweight Championship on the line in our main event. Andre Rogers challenging Troy Cole. But first, as I talked about earlier tonight, Gold Rush Tournament kicking off for both the men and women. Single elimination, good old-fashioned tournament, going to award the winners with a future shot at World Championship Gold. And so, getting things started on the women's side of things, Amber Young going to be taking on Joy Justin. Of course, last time we saw Young in action was at the Rulers of the Ring event, challenging Beatrice Lotus for the Women's World Championship. And even in defeat, I think Amber Young proved on that night that she has what it takes to compete amongst the cream of the crop in this women's division to be a persistent challenger for that Women's World Championship, looking to earn herself another shot by tearing through this tournament. But she's not going to have a first easy opponent, as the matriarch of the Justice family, Joy, who has gone far too long without championship gold, keeping her waist nice and warm. Former Queen of the Ring, former Women's World Champion. Two hard hitters right here, one-on-one in this first round matchup. And after this, we've got Bjorn Frost and Ahmed in a first round matchup for the men's Gold Rush tournament. And I was trying to check and see if maybe we got an update yet on the condition of Max Cutter, but I'm not hearing anything. I think he's been taken at this point to a local hospital. Maybe he can say what's up to Chris Diamond, but I can't imagine he doesn't have some kind of, I don't know how many bones are in your ass. Well, there's one bone, if you know what I mean. But, I mean, a shattered tailbone, I would not be surprised after what Leon Carr, it had to be 40 plus, maybe even 50 shots with that sledgehammer. I'm also wondering how Jacob Wells is feeling right now. He's only a couple of matches away from having to defend the the World Tag Team titles alongside Justice Stone in that tag team turmoil. But right now it's about the Women's World Championship and this Gold Rush tournament underway. Of course, we know that the next in line for a shot at the Women's World Championship is Isabella Almas, the Queen of the Ring. Great hell, lubricant there by Amber Young to take down Joy Justice. Typically, we see Joy Justice utilizing that big kick. Amber Young taking a page out of her playbook, but Isabella Almas made it very clear that nobody is to get a shot at the Women's World Championship before her, when she, of course, ruined the clash between Ellie Quinn and Beatrice Lotus at Dead in Tokyo. Up to the top now goes Young. Big time knee! Damn, Amber Young is well and truly not one to play with as she stalks Joy Justice to deliver the knee to the face discus clothesline combo. Drag now over to the ropes. All Young at the start of this one. Stepping up over. How do you do with a drop kick to the face? And a knee to the chest. This is not good, man. For Joy Justice. Again. Slick 1-2 combo. KO bombshell. Fix it to make quick work of the matriarch. Forearm to the side of the head. Uno, dos. 2.999. Amber Young might not be much longer, though. This is what I talked about it, man. Leading up to the Rulers of the Ring event, this is what Young's been missing, I think, since she arrived here in CMV just a couple of years ago. This killer instinct, this ruthlessness, she's found it. She might have come up short against Beatrice Lotus. I really think if she gets another shot, though, she has what it takes to become Women's World Champion. Joy Justice finally fighting back. Amber Young now eating some heavy shots. They're standing toe-to-toe, though. Big chop. Hook to the jaw. Golly, like I said before this match started, two of the heaviest hitters in this women's division currently. They are showing why. And now a hockey fight breaking out right in the middle of the ring. Now the woman backing down. They are both loopy. I've never seen this before. They knocked each other out. They're both out on their feet. This is a double KO right here. Ref, go over there and wake him up. Amber Young comes to first and immediately the double tap. What? Joy Justice had to have dug way down deep right there to kick out Amber. Watch out, ref. Come on. Almost completely messed up Young's momentum right there. She went for that suicide dive. Luckily able to recover. Joy Justice knows that things are not going well for her. She's going to get back into the ring. Oh, Joy, bad move. Look at this. Egging Amber Young on. Not smart. The KO bombshell. Brutal knees to the gut as Young looks to finish off Joy Justice here. Going to the corner. We know where what. Shotgun. Back. Right to the back of the head. Good night. 1, 2. What? Get the fuck out of here. Joy Justice. She is not an easy one to put down. Amber Young is learning that firsthand right here tonight. But you got to do more than just survive. Amber Young has been dominating this matchup. Joy's got to hit something big. Look at this, just jumping on top of Amber Young like a feral animal of some kind. just scratching at her. Off the rope she goes. Quick drop down by the matriarch. And a leapfrog too. Drop kick. Nicely done, but that took everything out of Joy. Struggling to even get back up on her feet. Trying to keep Young down. Headbutt from the former Women's World Champion. And now it looks to be targeting that knee of Amber Young. Cranking it. And that has certainly become a target for Joy. Now you see her. Ooh, and Amber Young's grabbing at it too. The damage might have been done right there. Joy got desperate. Lashed out. Fixated on that knee, and it might actually pay off here. Young desperately trying to pick herself up in the corner. Look at these body shots now. This matchup is completely swung around. Amber Young was like fully in control, and now Joy has taken the bull by the horns. Big boot. And in an instant, 1, 2. Wow. I thought that was it. Joy Justice did too, I guess. Very frustrated. And that Young managed to kick out there. But taking it all in, Joy Justice refocusing. And that does not bode well for Amber Young. Really want to slow things down. Repeated stomps to the face. And now the spider spike. 1, 2. Joy Justice even conferring with the ref, saying, "You're sure that was due? You're positive?" Oh, no, but if that didn't do it, surely this will. Go home driver, Amber Young, though. Seen it coming, knee to the gut. Chops her down, spinning back kick, giving Joy some serious whiplash. What's this? Takes her down. Hell's Gate. Hell's Gate is locked in. The shin bone pressing on Joy's throat, and that's going to be it. Joy taps. Joy Justice forced to tap out. And Amber Young advances in the Women's Gold Rush Tournament. Big win for the KO Bombshell. Was not easy, but she got the job done. And this, my friends, our tertiary main event, of course, still to come up next after this. The Tag Team Turmoil match for the World Tag Team Championship. And in our main event, it's the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship on the line as Troy Colt defends against Andre Rogers. But first, we just saw Amber Young advance in the Women's Gold Rush Tournament. Now we've got this first round matchup in the Men's Gold Rush Tournament. Bjorn Frost set to go one-on-one with Ahmed. Two very different styles indeed, not just in-ring either, lifestyles. The extravagant Bjorn Frost, who enjoys sipping champagne from his penthouse suite in Sweden. And very technically gifted is the former World Tag Team Champion. We know he likes to utilize that sharpshooter. In comparison to the powerhouse, my main man, the legend who pinned Post Malone in Ascendance 12. Ahmed. There's the reason we refer to him as the Egyptian Destroyer. This man like a tank. And whereas Bjorn Frost favors the technical approach, Ahmed prefers to bulldoze his way through his opponents. But he also has himself a very dangerous submission maneuver he likes to utilize, the camel clutch, which he has tapped out many opponents with. That Frost is going to have to be very weary of. You know, I gifted him that gold chain. Little present for me. For helping me dispatch, you finally rid CMV of that rodent Post Malone. Ralph agrees. So here we go, first round matchup in the men's Gold Rush tournament. The winner receiving a future world championship opportunity, Bjorn Frost and Ahmed. As Murphy rings that bell and we get it on in our tertiary main event. And instantly Ahmed just going to scoop Bjorn Frost up, drop him right on that top rope. Gets straight to work. Now a couple of stomps to the face. Straight to the top of the head though, Bjorn Frost. Again, never one that you want to sleep on. Former World Tag Team Champion. Alongside, of course, Sven Hammer, the Northern Lights. But once Sven Hammer started to become more of a burden, Frost cut him off like a dead weight he was. And now looking to excel as a singles competitor here in CMV. And I have no doubt he could do it. Even though obviously I got to root for my main man, Ahmed, here. Irish whip and so Frost all the way down to the outside. Not exactly a soft landing for Frost. Ahmed keeping on top of him though, tries for a stop. Frost gonna run right into a punch to the jaw, gonna spin him around. Elbow though, waiting for Ahmed right there. Goddamn. Bjorn Frost standing toe to toe with the big man. Belly to belly. Overhead. That's the front row saying, come on. Ain't no thing. Oh, maybe a little bit too much talk. Very sharp elbow. Another knee attempted. Ahmed able to get out of the way of that count of 7. 8. Ahmed tucking that boy into the side of the barricade. That hurt. Oh, and now making like Charlie Garfield, greeting the steel post. And Ahmed telling him, hey, stay down, you know what's good for you. Oh, wait a minute, not going to try to take the count out, Dubsky. Instead, Ahmed now focusing on the knee. Looking to drag him back towards the ring. Wants to beat him right in the middle of the squared circle for all to see. And especially the rest of the competitors in this Gold Rush tournament. Great single leg takedown. A lot of people think Ahmed is some one-trick pony. He's also a skilled wrestler as well. We just saw with that takedown there. Might be a bit frustrated he didn't get the win. Gotta stay focused though. Elbow to the top of the head. It is all Ahmed right now. As he follows up with some stiff punches. Ooh, and Frost is bleeding. It has been a very bloody night here on Shockwave number 100. Oh, and Ahmed sees that blood. And he is going crazy now. Knee to the side of the head. Inverted atomic drop. Big time splash. That could do it. 1, 2. Frost managing to hang in there, but for how much longer? Ahmed might have him dead to rights. Here it comes. Time to break his back. Make him humble. The camel clutch locked in. And Bjorn Frost. No. Ahmed releases it. Wait, I guess he's not done. He ain't finished playing around. I don't know about this. This is a dangerous thing to do against a competitor like Bjorn Frost. Couple more seconds, he could have had that locked in. He would have had the match won. Belly to belly, gonna send him flying overhead. Ahmed is just having too much fun right now. This is not wise though. Ahmed, you hear me? Finish him off. Brings him to his feet. Bjorn Frost, all he needs is a sliver of an opening. Inverted atomic drop. Desperate pin attempt here. Maybe it pays off for him though. Only a 2 count. First round matchup with the men's Gold Rush tournament. Frost gonna follow to the outside. Elbow to the side of the head by Frost. Now from behind. Slams him face first off that ring apron, which we all know the hardest part of the ring. No gives whatsoever. And now Bjorn Frost even telling Ahmed, should have won the match when you had the chance, fella. Ahmed gonna escape back into the ring. Frost hot on his heels. Loads up the forearm smash a little bit too slow though. Ahmed gonna yeet him overhead. Right into the pin. Now he's done playing around. Might be too late though. Taking him for a walk. Up against the ropes is where he wants him. Ahmed. Oh my God! Belly to belly. Look at Ahmed. Oh, so destructive. Belly to belly, man. Over the top to the outside. Oh, and now the foot DDT as if it couldn't get any worse for Bjorn Frost right here. This is bad, man. Again. Bloodied head smacking up against the steel post. Into the ring, Frost right to his face. Not smart. As Ahmed, I can go all night long, baby. And yes, indeed, he can. It's time to seal the deal. Oh, man, we've seen this plenty of times. The bully choke right in the middle of the ring, and that's going to do it. Ahmed advances in the men's Gold Rush tournament. The Egyptian Destroyer doing exactly what he does best. Destroys Bjorn Frost. And main event time. It now is here. Shockwave, episode 100, my friends. And the tag team turmoil matchup. The first we've had here in CMV since Ascendance 11. So it has been a minute, over a year. And we know there are going to be 7 teams competing in this tag team turmoil matchup in our co-main event with the World Tag Team titles on the line. That's right, Top Guns going to be putting their gold up for grabs. And look, I didn't like their chances already coming into this matchup, but then you add on top of that what we saw happen to Jacob Wells earlier tonight, defending his Zero-G championship, losing the Zero-G championship to Brian Phillips II, and left a bloody mess. Hopefully, Wells has used this past hour or so to recover as best he can. Well, both Jacob Wells and Justice Stone were not happy when this matchup was announced, saying, wait, first we defend our titles against one team, then we defend our titles against 2 teams at the Rulers of the Ring event. How in the hell does that jump to 6 teams? We got a feel for the champions a little bit, but this is a massive opportunity for the 6 challenging teams in this matchup, including Old School and Kill Your Heroes, who we see are going to get things started. Which means that they're going to have to go from pillar to post. Beat all 6 teams to leave here tonight. Shockwave episode 100 with the World Tag Team Championship. That is a tall order. And obviously these two hyped up as ever before. Paligro's return a couple weeks ago in War Games and his win last episode of Shockwave against Junichi Gushikin. Kill Your Heroes coming into this one with a lot of momentum on their side. And we see it's going to be Kai Victory and Josh Wolf getting things started. As the referee rings the bell, and Wolf quickly with a hook to the jaw, going to spin Victory around for a Peligro-esque super kick to the back of the head. Not exactly the greatest start for Old School here. That's now into the corner. And it's got to be strategy for both these teams to... Whoa! Victory! I was just about to say, to try to end these matches as quickly as they possibly can. And Victory with the figure 4 that he likes to utilize. But unfortunately, too close to the corner. Peligro able to get in and break it up. Look at Victory like, ain't nothing but a thing. Oh, but look at Wolf. That's why you don't mess about with someone as experienced as Wolf. Almost stole it right there. Caught him with that small package. Something Goat knows a lot about, small packages. And a combination now by Wolf. Blue Thunder Bomb into the pin. 1, 2. But Teddy Shaw in to break it up. Oh, Wolf stared him down. Catches that punch, but a kick to the side of the head. Knocks him down to the outside, and now Wolf with an Irish whip into the corner. Wait a minute. Peligro with a cheap shot to the back of the head. Tag is made to Peligro. The fatal feline. Go into the corner. Josh Wolf is going to stay on top of Teddy Shaw as Peligro delivers the super kick. Wolf, meanwhile, at ringside with a cranium tracker to Teddy Shaw. And Peligro into the pin. 1, 2, 3. Kill Your Heroes. Dispatch of Old School in advance in this tag team turmoil match. The super kick does tie Victory in as Wolf making sure Teddy Shaw is no factor. Nailing him with that cranium cracker on the floor. I guess they must have heard me from over here saying they got to end these matches as quickly as they can, stay as fresh as possible. because they still got 5 other teams to get through if they want to leave here tonight with the World Tag Team titles. So who's going to be out next? Which team is it going to be? It's the Jackals! Represented, it looks like, by Jalen McClain and Oliver Croft here. And of course, there's going to be no feeling out process. They're going right after each other. The Jackals costing Peligro 2 months of his career, taking Josh Wolf out of action for nearly a month. War Games a couple of weeks ago. The bloodiest War Games in CMV history. Had the strange alliance, to say the least, of Kill Your Heroes and Bloody Insane emerge victorious against the Jackals. And as I mentioned before, Peligro, last episode of Shockwave, picking up a win against Junichi Guchikin. As Peligro might be the fatal feline, looking like a rabid dog, though, as he uses those kitty fangs of his to take a bite out of the face of Jalen McClain. And of course, entry in this matchup is completely at random. 450 splash from Peligro. Okay. Casually taking that out of his back pocket real quick. Should have gone for the pin. As I was about to say, though, the order of entry in this tag team turmoil is completely randomized, so we don't know when Top Guns are actually going to enter this matchup. And of course, it's their World Tag Team titles on the line. Wrestling gods willing, they enter last. Oliver Croft going to get chopped on up the apron. Peligro, he's not planning on stopping it, so every single member of the Jackals permanently put down. And it's going to rip and tear, biting at the neck of Oliver Croft. Oh, but there's Jalen McClain right there. He was given time to recover. And now going to send Peligro back into the ring. Tag team turmoil matchup, our co-main event. Shockwave episode 100. Josh Wolf tagged in, but immediately sent into the corner. Ooh, gonna accidentally knock Croft off the apron. Nice backbreaker combination into the pin. 1, 2, nearly a 2 count. A little bit of a 1.999 right there. You don't forget the celebration is not stopped, my friends, because tomorrow night is Octane number 100. We have another incredible night of action lined up. And again, this whole month, one big celebration, because December 31st, that marks 10 years of CMV. Unreal. December 31st, 2014. Very first episode of CMV dropped. Oh, here comes Oliver Croft. Tagged in now and goes right for Peligro. Knocks him down to the outside. Countouts, disqualifications, all of that are in effect in this tag team turmoil. Josh Wolf back up. Ooh, eats a shot though. And another. Catches the third one though. Shoulder thrust to the gut. Gonna slingshot his way back into the ring. German suplex, so innovative. Is Josh Wolf with his offense sometimes. Wolf can get right back into the ring. Met by a stiff right hook to the jaw. And a pretty brutal backbreaker, torture rack style. There's a tag to Peligro. Same time though, tag made to Jalen McClain. Peligro trying to run him down, but McClain with those quick kicks of his, great combination, blinking you miss an offense. That's what one thing I got to appreciate about the Jackals. Every single member really brings something different to the table. That's what makes them so absolutely dangerous. Oh! Peligro. He was looking for that super kick. McClain, but by the skin of his teeth. Able to shut that down as now a side headlock. Applied a quick pin. 1. Only a 1 count. McLean looking for the George King style Royal Flush. Hook of the leg to advance here in this tag team turmoil. 1, 2. Uno, dos, but no tres, peligro. Manages to stay alive. Tag made to Croft. Oh, Peligro, though, is still focused on Jalen McLean. And that leaves him wide open. Croft takes him down. Great bridge to pin here. Ooh, that was a very close one. Peligro's hurt, and he knows he's looking to get the hell out of there. Can he make the tag to Josh Wolf? Yes, he can. Josh Wolf tagged in. Peligro's got to get the hell out of the way here. Single leg takedown by Croft. Oh, but quickly, Wolf gets himself back up into the corner, sends Croft. Wolf gonna take out Jalen McLean with a DDT off the apron before getting back, up to the top rope. What? Wolf! What the fuck? Josh Wolf, what the hell? Look how Oliver gets back into the ring and nailed with that knee trembler from Oliver Croft, but a kick out. Oh my God. Croft knows that he's got Wolf hurt though, and with Peligro still down. Oliver Croft with the better end. Grabs a hold of the leg. 1, 2, 3. That's it. The Jackals take out Kill Your Heroes in advance in the tag team turmoil. Wolf, I hate to say it, but he kinda cost Kill Your Heroes there. Too focused on Jalen McLean, who wasn't the legal man. Got back into the ring, clipped by Croft with that knee trembler, and then followed up with that better end to seal the deal, guys. But again, this matchup continues. It's far from over as Bloody Insane out next. Chris Andrews and Just Insane taking up for Kill Your Heroes against the Jackals here. Just Insane often considers himself a lone wolf, not the team player on any occasion, but him and Chris Andrews have really gelled together. They've had great teamwork going against the Jackals, and that was exemplified, I think, in War Games. Revenge! 1, 2! Yeah, I thought it was going to be over just like that. Well, the Jackals took a shellacking courtesy of Kill Your Heroes. They're hurt. And Bloody Insane looking to swoop in, feast on the scraps. There's a tag to Just Insane. What are we going to see here, these two? Kick to the side of the head into a sort of spinning flapjack. Insane to the outside. Tries to stop that hot tag from happening, but just a millisecond too slow. And now McLean, the legal man, as Just Insane, though. Oh my God! Vertebreaker to Oliver Croft. Revenge to Jalen McLean. Insane gonna give McLean a vertebreaker. My God! 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Yeah, you're not kicking out of that. The Revenge Vertebreaker combo and Bloody Insane advance in this tag team turmoil match. God damn. Ooh, Jalen McLean. I feel bad for the guy a little bit. Chris Andrews and Just Insane one step closer to leaving here tonight with the World Tag Team titles. 3 more teams to enter. Who's out next? And we see it's going to be Cool Hearts. Ed Petto, Greg Ward, and Ace. We're alongside Old School challenge Top Guns for the World Tag Team titles back at the Rulers of the Ring event. And a hell of a matchup that was. Many, many times throughout that matchup, we thought we were going to see Cool Hearts leave Birmingham, England with the World Tag Team Championship. Now they've got another opportunity to do so right here tonight. But a mountain to climb, and that's for sure. Up against Bloody Insane here. No 3D! It was a casual 3D from the Bloody Brit and the Unpredictable One. As El Pedo now gets his face caved in. Those soup bones, Chris Andrews likes to call his hands. The lefts and rights, like thunder, like lightning. Golly! A headbutt too, because why not just chuck that in there? So by my calculations, we've got Kings of the Kitchen. That's Joey Bacon and Big Quan, and the World Tag Team champs themselves, Top Gun, still to enter. Chris Andrews just flipping off everyone. Oh man, but maybe he should put the fingers away. Big forearm smash there from Greg Ward. Tries for the pin real quick, but only a 1 count. Don't forget, guys, still after this, our main event here on Shockwave episode 100. Andre Rogers going to challenge Troy Culp for the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. Sure to be an incredible clash between those two to close out what has been an amazing night celebrating 100 episodes. Excuse me. Greg Ward going for a little bit of sweet chin music. Oh, but collapses after hitting it. He's hurt. He ain't even able to get into the pin here. And Andrews out cold too. Oh, here comes Justin Sane to the aid of his tag team partner, Bicycle Knee. Gonna take Ward down like Ace Bishop just watching. Not lifting the finger to come and help out his tag team partner. Sane gonna throw him to the outside. Oh, Sane gonna force Bishop to become involved. Knocks him to the outside. And now he's on top of him, full mount. This gives Bloody Brit the time to recover. Gets back to his feet and straight to the top rope. Just falls. Just falls off the top rope. That's that Bloody Brit offense I love. This ain't the kind of man you're going to see hitting a, corkscrew senton. You're not going to see him going for the shooting star press. Nah, he going to the top. He's just going to fall. He's just going to fall off the top rope. And somehow it works. It's successful, so you can't really knock it. Big kick to the head from Greg Ward, who I think at this point really needs to make a tag to Ace Bishop. Might be Bloody Brit looking to make the tag right now, but Ward keeps him where he is with a stiff kick to the middle of the back. Drops into the pin. 1. Only a 1 count again. Uh-oh. We're gonna drop a bomb on the Bloody Brit. That forearm out of orbit. And oh! 2.999. Ward frustrated now. Makes the tag to Ace Bishop, who's coming in relatively nice and fresh at this point. That might have been the game plan of Cool Hearts. Let Greg Ward do as much damage as he can when he finally has to tag in Bishop. Nice and fresh. That ain't half bad strategy in a tag team turmoil with still 2 more teams to come out after this. The Kings of the Kitchen and the champs, Top Guns. Nice double accident over the back of the head. There's the tag to Justin Sane. And Sane. Oh, whoa! That was a great reversal by Ace Bishop. Such quick thinking and perfect timing. And now the axe kick. We've seen that from Bishop on plenty of occasions. Not even a 1 count, though, as Bloody Brit in to break it up. Look at Bishop, though, beating his chest in front of him and saying, try that again, you son of a bitch. Not going to give him the chance to do so, though. DDT off the apron. Just insane. Pacing back and forth, waiting for Bishop to get back into the ring. That's the same mistake we saw Josh Wolf make earlier. Focusing too heavily on the man who wasn't legal. Just Insane's the legal man here for Bloody Insane. That's who you got to focus on. That's who you got to stay on top of. You want to win the match. Cheeky little jab there, and another before making the tag to Chris Andrews. Ooh, it might be time to meet in the middle. Super kick. And a knee to the back of the head. Now Chris Andrews, back suplex way in the ring. Just Insane delivers that vertebreaker. As back out at ringside, Bloody Brit with a cliffhanger to Greg Ward. Gonna make sure he's not a factor anymore. Back in the ring. Vintage Brit flips him off before delivering revenge. 1, 2, 3. And Bloody Insane knock off another team and advance in this tag team turmoil. Like I said, man, throughout CMV history, it's been the case time and again where the two guys you don't think ever in a million years could come together. You know, those odd pairings that turn out to be some of the absolute greatest tag teams. And we're seeing it again right here with Bloody Insane, another team down. Who's out next? It's going to be Kings of the Kitchen or Top Guns. And it's Kings of the Kitchen. As we see Joey Bacon gonna go right after Justin Sane, but look at Sane with the jabs. Finally, a European uppercut actually gonna take Bacon off his seat. So now we know, guys, Top Guns, they have indeed been blessed by the wrestling gods. They're gonna be coming out last. Which team will be the... Wait. Joey, what? I'm sorry, what did I just see? Look at even Chris Andrews comes in. Shocked for a moment before he snaps back to reality to break up the pin. Joey Bacon just did, okay, first of all, did a front flip. Just Insane. Just now starting to come to. I thought I'd seen it all, but no, sir. Joey Bacon, the 7-foot-tall, 500-plus pounder, just did a front flip and landed ass first on the chest of Just Insane. And somehow the match ain't over after that. Bloody Brit with the save. Ooh, big knee from Just Insane off of Brett's rope. But the winning team here, guys, goes on to face Top Guns for the World Tag Team titles. Just Insane with the psych out. Looked like he was going to go for Joey Bacon, but instead turns to Big Quan. Gets him with that leg drop Marty Michaels tried for earlier in the night. Damn near shattered his tailbone. Goes well for Just Insane, though, luckily. However, back in the ring now, Joey Bacon is taking control. The man whose belly is just too big for Telly makes the tag to Quantum. And the Future Man, with no beating around the bush, as we get the Hadouken. Double open palm strike to the heart. And Just Insane, well, lucky for him, barely has a heart. And so is able to kick out Quantum, though. Punch to his belly. Irish whip, though, pulled back. Nice drop toe hold. Kick to the side before wrenching back on them arms. Slammed face first off the canvas. Bloody Insane, who have already made it through the Jackals and Cool Hearts. Just got to find a way to put down the Kings of the Kitchen here. Some more brilliant teamwork put on display by Bloody Insane. Well, Chris Andrews with a Marty Michaels hostile makeover. See, everybody's a fan of the Hot Mess Express. They can't even deny it. A very old school-esque pile driver right there by Chris Andrews. That's Big Quan. Just wanted to make a tag. Chris Andrews saying, I don't think so, Big Bubba. Flipping off Joey Bacon before giving him some very stiff shots across the chest. One following the other, and finally, oh my God, earthquake! As Bacon falls down to the floor. All the fans in the arena almost falling out of their seats. Big Quan, though. Caught. Andrews, as slippery as they come. Tries for that surprise small package. Almost able to put him away. Wait a minute! Revenge! Just like that! Just like that! 1, 2, 3, and Bloody Insane, they do it! Chris Andrews and Just Insane have gone through the Jackals. They got through Cool Hearts, and now Kings of the Kitchen. One more team stands in their way. The World Tag Team Champions, Top Guns. Who's leaving Shockwave number 100 with the World Tag Team titles? Well, typically, I would say that Top Guns are going to come into this one with a clear advantage, but considering what Jacob Wells went through earlier tonight, defending his Zero-G championship against Brian Phillips II. Wait, what the fuck? Chris Andrews, look at this! Immediately surprising Justice Stone with that rolling his under revenge when Jacob Wells is in. To make the save before Top Guns are embarrassed. Well, I was gonna say at least Justice Stone is coming into this fresh as a daisy, but not anymore after almost having his jaw shattered into a million pieces courtesy of Chris Andrews. But still no letting it be known he's A-okay. He alright. I'll talk a little bit of smack to Just Insane as well. Very tough situation for the champions here, but again, at least they were well and truly blessed by the wrestling gods themselves to come out here last. They could have started the matchup, and that, I mean, even as good as Top Guns are, I don't know if they would have been capable of making it through 6 teams in one night. Well, they are fastly approaching becoming one of the longest reigning World Tag Team Champions in CMV history. Where's Ted with the statistics? Go on, show the statistics. Oh, nice counter right there by Wells with a super kick. I think Britt might have been going for another Rolling Thunder revenge, but instead Wells taking off his head with that waistlock lariat for the win, but Just Insane in to break up the pin. Remember, Top Guns now the World Tag Team titles on the line here. Jacob Wells, who has managed to recover quite nicely. He had about an hour or so after his matchup with Brian Phillips II. Remember, he was bleeding badly. He had a nasty gash across his forehead and another cut by his left eye, I believe it was. Oh, of course, Chris Andrews going to flip him off. As we see at ringside, Just Insane and Justice Stone. Justice Stone powerbombing Sane back first on top of the barricade and then delivering that disgusting cravat driver he likes to utilize, calls it kiss the canvas, but that was more kiss the floor. Just Insane incapacitated for the time being now. Oh, of course, just as I said, he gets right back up. It's Just Insane. What am I talking about? Take more than that to keep him down for more than a few seconds. Bloody Britt, though, gonna let this hot tag happen, I guess. Wants a piece of Justice Stone, and a piece he's gonna get. There's the shin breaker back suplex combination. Done very nicely. Gonna tell Bloody Britt to stay exactly where he is. Britt not listening, though. He's gonna let the tag happen. Justin Sane comes in. Justin Sane. Ooh! Going high, but lucky for Stone, he went low. Still gets caught, though. Vertebreaker! Wells preemptively in to break up the pin, though. That's what makes Top Gun so good. That's why they are the champions. Look out for each other. They know each other all too well. Wells doing some damage here to save, but gotta be wary of the referee's count. Although with the champion's advantage, if they were to get disqualified, they would retain the World Tag Team Championship. Bloody Insane, they got a pin or submit. Top Gun's here to leave Shockwave 100 with the gold. Oh boy, chaos is starting to break out here now. You got Chris Andrews and Jacob Wells fighting at ringside. Justin Sane and Justice Stone over here on the other side. Stone, final cut! Final cut! Shout out to the Hall of Famer Hayden with that one. Someone Justin Sane knows too well. Oh no, oh my God, package pile driver, package pile driver. That would have been devastating. Sane saving his skin. Oh, but here comes Wells now. Wait a minute. Wells took out Chris Andrews. Now he's coming for Sane. Sane blows out that blood mist. He says, bring it on, though. This is chaos here. Referee's trying to maintain order. Remember, they have until the count to 20 to get back into the ring, guys. Ref's getting up there. Nice pull back into the European uppercut. Justice Stone, what the hell? Justice Stone, wait a minute. He's going to try for it again, I think. He's going to try for it again. No, the package pile driver on the floor, and this time it connects. Sane's skull cracking. And Stone getting, no, not like this. Surely not like this. Takes out Chris Andrews. Not like this. Not after everything Bloody Insane has been through here tonight. Top Gun's gonna retain by countout. Unreal. Sane hasn't moved, guys. He's not getting back up. It's over. Top Gun's still the World Tag Team Champions by countout. Oh, you can't help but to have that feeling in the pit of your stomach. Bloody Insane went through 3 other teams just to be counted out with the World Tag Team titles on the line. But Top Guns, they do what they had to do here tonight to make sure they left still the World Tag Team Champions. Look, I want to say again, you gotta. I feel bad for Bloody Insane there, but I appreciate Top Guns. They did what they had to do. With Wells being hurt, it's fair game, man. Look, it's a legit way to win. Top Guns still the World Tag Team Champions, but Will Troy Colt be leaving here tonight? Still the undisputed world heavyweight champion. That's what we're about to find out right here, right now, baby. It is time for our main event, and Andre Rogers coming out here, still with one half of the Octane Tag Team Championship. Now remember that Andre Rogers and Chris Diamond Aurelius, they did technically lose the World Tag Team Championship at Dead in Tokyo, that triple threat tornado tag team matchup. LaRaby brothers crowned the new champions, but a lot of controversy. And Aurelius, they claim that they are still the World Tag Team Champions, just as the Dramatic Dream Team claim they are the Octane Tag Team Champions. So Andre Rogers and Chris Diamond making it known that they don't accept that ruling at Dead in Tokyo. They still consider themselves Octane Tag Team Champions, and well, it's that other championship that Andre Rogers is actually cashing in right here tonight, the Rite of Passage Championship, to get this shot at the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship, held, of course, by Mr. No Days Off, the one and only, the man that Hall of Famer Dave Turner earlier tonight called one of the absolute best over these last few years, Troy Colt. Andre Rogers winning that Rite of Passage Championship, awarding him the right to cash it in whenever he wants for a World Championship opportunity. He chose this historic night, episode 100 of Shockwave, to do it. And he didn't want the Global Championship. He didn't want Aaron Stone. He wanted Troy Colt. These two men trained at the same wrestling school, didn't come up together at the same time. Of course, Troy Colt was a part of that legendary class. Him, Cam Harris, Blake Virtue. But Andre Rogers followed in the footsteps of Troy Colt. This is a matchup that Rogers has wanted for a very long time. And of course, Colt, not that he has a choice. You know, Rogers cashing in Rite of Passage Championship, but Colt is more than happy to put his championship on the line here tonight. That's Mr. No Days Off for a reason. He's here every night, every week, every month, every show, ready to fight. But if you're Troy Colt, you got to be coming into this one knowing to have eyes in the back of your head. Amari Rivers even said earlier tonight, I'm going to be watching, that I'll be the first one laughing all the way when Andre Rogers beats you to become undisputed with heavyweight champ. Remember, Amari Rivers, the king of the ring, he's next in line. He will challenge whomever leaves this matchup with the undisputed with heavyweight championship. The golden boy who was prepared to have Chris Diamond in his corner here, but of course Diamond attacked by Bob Luger earlier tonight. And Diamond was taken to a local hospital to be checked out. He is not here. Of course, we heard from Bob Luger his reasons for that attack. I won't repeat anything he said because it was, I think, about 90% profanity. That's what it's about right there. The crown jewel here in CMV. And Troy Colt also said earlier tonight, this night isn't just about celebrating 100 episodes of Shockwave. This is about celebrating the rise of Troy Colt. So here we go. Main event. Rogers, Colt, for the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. The referee ring that bell, and we're going to get it on us. Rogers! Wait a minute. No. First 48 into the pin. Nope. Bro, if that actually happened, if that actually happened, I swear to God, Troy Colt kicking out of an instantaneous, as soon as the bell rang, First 40. Wait a minute! Troy Colt gonna fire back! 330 slam! 330 slam! Wait a goddamn second! Oh! No, not only had Colt beating his chest saying you want to play like that, let's play like it then. We almost had this matchup end twice in the first 60 seconds. All right then. Troy Colt letting out a woof as he goes for a little hip attack there in the corner. To the top, can't ask for a much better setup than this. Oh, but Rogers starting to get to his feet, and Colt, ooh, that meteor, that's vintage Colt right there. Loves using those knees of his. Quickly follow that up with a standing moonsault. Rogers might have been able to kick out of that 330 slam, but obviously hurt, unable to respond. Just as I say that. Nice swinging neck breaker by the Golden Boy. Overhand punch. No, oh my God, he was going for it again. Rogers is trying to end this matchup as quickly as he can, man. He just tried for the double knees to the face again. Luckily this time, Colt caught it. Oh, what a clothesline, gonna eliminate him from the Royal Rumble. Colt to the top. Rogers now at ringside. And the undisputable heavyweight champion, I don't know what the hell that was. He definitely did not get all of it, but he managed to graze Rogers at least. As, ooh, end of heartache. Very Rafael Hernandez-esque. As the referee begins his count. Gotta note, champion's advantage in full effect here for Troy Colt. Andre Rogers has to pin or submit Troy Colt in the ring to leave this 100th episode of Shockwave with the undisputable heavyweight championship in his possession. As we now see Colt go after the knee of Rogers while he's got him down. What the hell? Wait a minute, what? Who the hell is... Who the hell? Who is that? Who the hell is that? What the hell? Wait a minute! What the... Who is that? Pedigree! What the fuck? And just as quickly as he arrived, who the hell was that? Rogers is just starting to come to. I don't even know if he's aware of what just happened, but he sees that Troy Colt's down. Gives him a knee to the back of the head. Oh my, not like this. Not like this, not like this, no! Oh, Colt! Colt kicks out! Troy Colt kicks out! I don't know who the hell that was! That just came down to the ring and attacked Troy Colt! Hit him with a pedigree! But Rogers tried to take advantage and Colt still kicked out! I have to imagine that was Tail Colt Val. Surely, who else? Who else? Who else could it have been that orchestrated that? I don't even know who that guy was. Colt is hurt. He is hurt. And Rogers is more than willing to take full advantage. Super kick through the legs. Colt to his feet. No. Wait, Colt fights free. Whatever he's got left. Meteora to the top. A sudden burst of energy. Frog splash. Halfway across the fucking ring. Into the pin. Kick out though by Rogers. Colt doesn't stop though. Sets him up. Powerbomb! Turns him to the hard cam! Wants everyone to see! 1, 2, kick out! Another woof! Colt might be hurt, but there's no stopping here tonight! Victory roll! Off the top! top. I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before. Don't ask me how Rogers kicked out of that. Oh, but there's no kicking out of this. 330 slam, but Colt not going. Wait a minute. Colt. He said, I'm not done with you. 330 slam. A third time. 1, 2, 3, and still the undisputed world heavyweight champion Troy Colt has done it. Despite the attack by whoever in God's name that guy was. Again, look, I don't want to preemptively point fingers, but who else possibly could have been behind that attack if not Tailcoat Val? But even still, Mr. No Days Off perseveres just like he always does, and is still the undisputed world heavyweight champion. What a way to end the 100th episode of Shockwave.